I'm calling it statewide cold. I have viewers and friends of mine down as far south as the Miami area, and they're also feeling the frigid temperatures with the latest push of very cold air that's come across the Florida peninsula. So I'm calling it statewide cold. These are some of the wintry alerts that we have out there. Cold weather advisories in effect, ranging all the way down to the Lake Okeechobee area. And if you notice, just to the immediate left of that body of water, they're kind of cut off at the bottom of the screen. We have the freeze warnings down into southwest Florida, which truthfully is a bit of a rarity. You don't see that too often, or at least I should say as routinely as northern Florida, even portions of upper central Florida during peak winter season. Now, what we've done is we've collaborated as a weather team. We've come up with a county-by-county breakdown to get you, friends, family alike, all geared up for what this freeze event looks like for this weekend coming up, the last day of not New Year's Eve, but the last day of January 2026, rocking into February 1st, your boy here's birthday. So, Brevard County, weekend freeze. You can see the coldest temp we're forecasting for the county is going to be about 28 degrees. You can expect some very elevated winds, sustained anywhere between 20 to 30 miles an hour, especially late Saturday after the initial push of the cold front, with lingering gusts between 25 and 35 miles an hour. And the feels like temps going to be in the upper teens, maybe getting up to that 20-degree threshold. Now, let's move on over to Flagler County. Let's go ahead and go in alphabetical order here. We're going to go up north, riding the Atlantic coast. Coldest air temp, about 25 degrees. Winds, a little more relaxed, just a tad, sustained 15 to 20, gusting upwards of 25 to 30 miles an hour, but that feels like temp. You are not going to get away with that, even if your winds are anticipated to be slightly more tame than some of our other interior and western counties, which we'll get here in a moment. Lake County, coldest air temp, 25 degrees, and what to expect is sustained winds between 15 to 20, gusting upwards of 20, 30, which is going to bring those feels like temps very, very close to those single-digit amounts. We're going to be watching that closely. Our models are back and forth suggesting we could get into the single digits, but regardless, after a certain point, I'm sure a lot of us will agree, you just can't tell the difference. Cold is cold at the end of the days. Now, moving up towards the northwest to Marion County, coldest air temp likely to be around 22 degrees, winds sustained at 15 to 20, gusting into tropical depression thresholds, 25 to 35 miles an hour. Feels like temps at 12 to 15 degrees. That's some good stuff right there, and I hope you can detect the sarcasm in my voice there. Now, back to the downtown, the metro area, Orange County, which I hope we're all eating as many oranges as we possibly can, or at least supplementing with some vitamin C, some zinc, and iron, because our immune systems are going to need it. Coldest air temp for the weekend, 26 degrees, give or take, with sustained winds anywhere between 10 to 15 miles an hour, post-frontal gusts, 25 to 35 miles an hour with a teen feels like temp. 16 to 17 degrees, and now I'll move a little further south, our neighbors in Osceola County. Coldest air temp, 26 degrees. What to expect, 15 to 20 mile an hour sustained winds, gusting same as Orange County neighbors just to the immediate north, 25 to 35 miles an hour, and the feels like temp is pretty much going to be mimicked. Now, swooping north, Seminole County, coldest air temp about 25 degrees. I hope you're all picking up when I'm putting down here the general rhythm that we're all going to be following. Low to mid-20s with winds anywhere between 10 to 20 miles an hour sustained, 20 to 30 mile an hour gusts with a feels like, you guessed it, right in the mid-teens, 14 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit. So you definitely want to take advantage of as many layers you can pull out of the closet when you head out on that Sunday morning. Moving over to Sumter County, 23-degree air temperature with sustained winds between 15 and 20 miles an hour, gusting 25, 35, feels like temps. Whew. Again, we're flirting with trying to dip into those single digits. All it takes is a strong enough gust and a pocket of colder air, and you're there. Volusia County, 25-degree air temperature, same level of sustained and gusting winds. Feels like it's going to be in the teens, and that'll round out our county-by-county view. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop the weather team a holler over on email. Find us on social media, reach out, send us some comments or some private messages. We're happy to help you out, give you our best insight that we possibly can ahead of this cold blast, and then we'll see. Groundhog Day is right around the corner. Will we have an extended winter? Will this be the coldest blast and then we start to retrograde away from Mother Nature's winter onslaught? Or are we going to follow the same pattern? Because I'm sure you all at home have noticed it gets a little warm, then it gets a little cold. Gets a little warmer, gets a little colder. And then just recently it got to record-setting afternoon highs. And now we're going to be getting to our coldest point in the winter. So we'll see what pattern we decide to hop aboard here very soon.